This election season, voters across the country are weighing a rematch between former President Donald Trump and President Joe Biden. Pennsylvania's 8th District has a unique blend of urban centers and rural areas. The district also has seen voting preferences change over the last decade. Some areas are now trending more Democratic, while others are leaning conservative.
I was in the union all my life. I was a Democrat, but they've changed tremendously. They used to help people. Now it doesn't seem that way anymore.
The platform of the Republican Party was more in line with my young beliefs. When Trump won, I really looked back into who I really am and realized that the Republican Party of 2016 was not the same party as when I was young.
I could say that at one point I was all for Republican, but my views have changed. It seems to me as though you have, well, I'm all Democrat or I'm all Republican, and I think it's so black and white, and I think we as people truly do live in the gray.
Former President Barack Obama won Pennsylvania's 8th District in 2008 and 2012. But in 2016, Trump was able to capture the voters in the area. In 2020, Biden won some of them back, but ever since 2016, Democrats have been struggling to regain the Union base.
The cultural battle is decidedly in favor of Republican politics right now here. And I think that's part of the reason why you saw people shift, right? Is that you have people who are union voters who voted for the Democratic Party because of unions, and they look around and they go, well, the Democratic Party doesn't speak for my cultural values, and the Republican Party does. So then I'm going to transition my vote. I think the quick version is these were voters that were probably already leaning away from the Democratic Party, and then President Trump gave them a reason to leave the Democratic Party once and for all.
I think if Biden wins, he's going to do exactly what he's done. He's bringing all these people in. They blame the Republicans for everything, and I don't see what they've done and created that they've actually been blamed for. Trump, I honestly believe he's going to build it back, because he's a businessman. He knows how to build.
In an election year where voters aren't enthusiastic about either major party candidate, some are choosing to look elsewhere.
I voted for Trump. I agreed with some of the things that he did. I didn't agree with the way he handled himself. And I think I'd rather vote for somebody with a little bit more character. I think Robert Kennedy is a fresh, new look on things, and I think he would really do well for this country.
Swing areas like Pennsylvania's 8th District are an interesting case in an election year that's going to be closely divided and that will hinge on voters in a few key battleground states.
In national level politics, we can say is very clearly the Democratic Party is fighting this battle that President Biden has been trying to deal with. The progressive left is not a popular group in this part of Pennsylvania, whereas obviously that conflicts with a lot of Democratic Party activists nationally. And so President Biden has to do that. And I think part of the reason why he did so well in some of the battleground states in the 2020 cycles, because he still understands sort of the old school classic Democratic voter that is working class, blue collar. He speaks the language of sort of the non-white voters that are still overwhelmingly religious in the Democratic coalition, that a lot of maybe the progressive Democratic voters don't understand, but he can walk that line pretty well.
Joe Biden has been in a position for many years where he understands how government works and operates, and what you can and can't accomplish and how you can accomplish it, and government moves slowly, and people are very instant gratification. If I don't have what I want right now, I'm not going to be happy. And it's a cultural mindset that we as a society need to get past somehow. How do we get past that? That's the bigger question.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, check out these other videos from USA Today to stay up to date with all the latest news.